Hello and welcome back to Seduce Me the Otome. When we left off, after what felt like forever, we finally get to meet the five main boys that are showcased in the cover. Just to recap, this is Damien, we have Sam, we have James, Eric, and Matthew. Currently, I feel James is, if I were to choose one, I'd probably pick James. Matthew, I would, but his eyes are just too small, and he's a bit, how do I say, cringy. I'm ready for some man sausage. Hell yeah, Capra, and welcome to the stream. Eric, I would like, but the thing is that he's too tryhardy. Like, he tries so goddamn hard to be the sexy boy. Like, I'm flirting with you. Don't you want a piece of my man sausage? And it just comes across as, no, it just turns you off so badly. But I feel like he could get better. I have a good feeling. Sam is just whiny. He's just too bitchy. And the less we say about Damien, the better. So yeah, that's about it. I'm also actually really low-key enjoying this game. Like, when I first decided to stream this game, I thought it was just gonna be, it's just demon fuckboys. I don't like sausage! Hello there, Void, and welcome. But I'm actually really enjoying it. I think the story's good, the characters, most of them are good. I'm enjoying this. Sausage! No! Okay, let's continue. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. It was strange eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like a part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disturbed. Huh? It's my mum. Excuse me. Oh yeah, our name is also Irony-chan. Yummy boys. Mmm. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Yellow, give me the meat. Hello there, Phoenix, and I'm glad to have you here. Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm just actually eating dinner right now. I'm just gonna ask a quick question in the chat. If you had to pick between the five boys, which would you pick, and give me why? I already asked James because he seems to be the most nice, although I do think he's a tad boring. I'd also go with Eric, but only if he gets better.
Oh, good. So there was food there. Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
Why does the guy in the middle look like Harry Potter? Well, that's just like the first thing you imagine when you think, like, sophisticated sweater lad. I'm posh, you know? You just think sort of like Harry Potter. Or James Potter. It's been so long since I watched the Harry Potter films. A house party? Tomorrow night? So soon? Yeah, that's a little soon, admittedly.
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
Oh, yes, our abusive piece of shit dad. Glasses boy. I like to corrupt the proper boys. I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long, relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. I was expected to act on the drop of a dime, moving from immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house to now organizing a party. So yeah, how are we gonna explain to our parents that, you know, five guys are living with us? Because it's not like a month and like, hey, I hired these guys or they're volunteering or something. No. It's gonna be awkward. I know. Well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm gonna need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
Piece of shit. I know, I have to do it myself. He won't help. Are we gonna pair up some of these boys with Naomi and Suzu? I feel like that's gonna happen.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
All choices are trash. I guess we can go with Four Eye since he's the only normal one. Man, you guys don't even bother memorizing their names. Grandpa hired him and he just didn't tell anyone before he did because, you know. Thanks, Mom.
Alright, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
I like Mom. She's good. I love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I gonna do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Huh? How did you know? Oh, right. Mind reading. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be really disappointed. I have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Sam.
Sam?
Back off!
Slap the shit out of him. One of you guys, like, you're brothers, okay? Brothers beat each other up all the time.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer to help right off the bat. They all have generic white boy names. You expect me to remember a guy named Sam or goddamn Matthew? Well, since they're generic white boy names, wouldn't it actually be easier to remember? Sam is a rude boy. Yeah, that's his whole shtick. He's just bitchy and whiny all the time. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Yeah, see what I mean? Eric's just, I want to get in your pants right now. That's all Eric is. Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Wait, where are you going to sleep? I mean, this is a big house. There should be, like, guest rooms.
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, got it. Alright then. I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow?
Have a good night.
I will. You too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room. Also, if the volume's a bit too low, just holler and I'll fix it. Okay, let's establish what names we should use for all of them. Mine are Damien Plain, James Four Eyes, Sam Sexual Assailant, Eric Rooster Emo, and Matthew Jackrabbit.
Eric, no.
No.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Sure.
Yes, he was.
Like, you can hear the sirens right now. Call the fucking police. I'm pretty sure we're a minor.
Shh!
As soon as I got into my room, a wave of exhaustion hit me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I just woke up from that nap. Nah, in my experience, when you wake up from a nap, you're actually even more tired. I dragged myself to my bed and hauled up one of my bags. I opened it and grabbed my economics book, knowing that no matter how tired I was, I had to study at least one page or two before sleeping at least. No, because I'd remember a guy named Bartholomew sooner than a guy named John or something. The words on the page scrambled my mind as I read through them, but after 2 or 3 tries, I managed to understand what the page was about. Equations. Yeah, fuck equations. Equations are fucking evil. Finally, I decided to change into my pajamas and head to bed. Today had been a long day and I needed the rest. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. 3 days of surprises in a row would kill me. With that thought in mind, I drifted asleep, embracing the darkness of slumber.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol!
Oh boy, there's rude word swearings in this game? Hello there, cat, and welcome. I'm going to, as a courtesy, gonna have to ask you to choose which of the 5 boys that are currently staying with us, and I want you to pick your favorite and why you would go with them. Huh? What's going on? I couldn't move my body. I felt like I was tied up and I couldn't see anything beyond the darkness that surrounded me, yet I could hear the sounds of a heated argument coming at me from all directions.
One move and she gets it!
Rude boys, can we kiss them? I'm pretty sure we can. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility.
Let her go!
Are we? Bad language. I think this is the future. Matthew?
Come on, chicken shit. Fight us like a real man.
Oh, yeah, Sam, you go get him. You're very threatening.
Like you scare me, Sam! Come on! Take one step, I dare ya.
Kingdom Hearts wearing motherfucker. Why can't I see? Yeah, why the fuck can't we see?
Stay away from her, Malix!
Oh, Malix. Susan's going to be mad.
And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
Oh boy, nerd boy. Now you know he's extra edgy. Suddenly, I felt myself pull to one side, my arms wrapped around my body protectively.
I've got you.
Don't worry.
No. Huh? Eric? Okay, well at least it's not Damien. Why does the gun guy sound like Joker? As I was held in a tight embrace, I felt the world around me once again settle into a low, peaceful hum. The hostility of the dream before had faded into black as the arms around me rocked me comfortingly. Plot twist, we become blind in the future. Oh, I really hope it's not Damien that wakes us up. Slowly, though, my eyes fluttered open, and I looked up at the person holding me. Don't be Damien, please don't. Damien? Fuck! I knew it! I stared into the eyes of Damien. His face was painted with worry and concern, and I knew he must have seen my dream. Why did I dream of Eric holding me, though?
You can't control your dreams.
Oh well, I guess you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. James and I were making breakfast when I... well...
Malix, I am a freak. Society is bad. We live in a society. You can't control your mind reading? Is it gonna be like... Is this whole... I'm gonna call them social link. The whole point of this guy is, he hates that he reads minds and it's bad. It makes him miserable. I'd rather just watch that one anime with the orange short-haired girl where she reads minds and then it gets really depressing in the first episode, like really fucking depressing in the first episode. But then the rest of the anime, it's just wacky slice of life anime shit. I can't pronounce the name. It was like Kotara-san, The Miserable Life of Kotara-san or something like that.
No, not yet at least. I hope to learn eventually, though.
Is everything alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
That's good. I'm assuming you had a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm sorry for disturbing you both.
You didn't disturb us, miss. Besides, we'd rather make sure you're okay before anything.
Oh, thank you.
Now, why don't you come downstairs with us and have some breakfast? I'm sure some nice food will take your mind off of what you dreamt of.
It was embarrassing to be the damsel of distress once again, but I felt rather happy that James and Damien were concerned for me, despite only knowing me for a short time. I wasn't sure if it was just courtesy or if they were genuinely concerned. I couldn't exactly read their minds. Alright. The two boys led me back to the dining room, where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. The smell wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making my stomach growl in need. Breakfast smells good.
We should be done with breakfast soon. If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
Keyboards. I nodded before sitting down, and as I sat down, however, my mind drifted to the dream I had. That feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder instinctively, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, as my eyes closed, I felt a hand placed itself on top of my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh?
Morning. You alright?
Well, not anymore now that you've disgraced my presence. Yeah, I'm fine. Sam, the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair and moving away to sit down at the table. He then barked towards the kitchen where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving!
There's no need to yell, Sam!
You're yelling too!
Don't argue with me!
Oh, son, I'm a fucking smack a bitch. From behind me, Eric appeared and sat beside me, rubbing his temples in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
What castle? Castle? Yeah, castle? What castle? For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle? Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction. Aw, these guys were like royalty from their dimension, world, whatever?
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
And wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
Whatever.
Soon, James and Damien appeared, hands full of plates that carried bacon, eggs, toast, and waffles. They placed the plates down by each seat before seating themselves. I gotta admit, I've never actually tried a proper waffle, I feel. Like, the waffles I had, they're just like, pancakes, but with square holes in them, rubbing his nipples in obvious annoyance, like the fucking cable guys from South Park. Oh yes, we can totally repair your cable, but we need to wait for like 2 weeks to like get a guy to consult. I can't just uninstall one channel. I gotta install the 600 channel pack, which costs like $10 million. I never had a waffle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just me never having a proper waffle, but I feel like waffles are just pancakes. Potato waffles are the best. I've never had a potato waffle before, but I do know potatoes are fucking tasty.
My favorite.
Finally.
Thank you for the breakfast. It looks amazing.
It's our pleasure.
All of a sudden, my phone began to ring, ushering me to pull it from my pocket and answer. Who was it? Hello?
Hey, good morning!
Oh, it's Naomi.
Guess who's at your door right now?
Oh, fuck. Shit. These fuckers gotta hide. Right on cue, there was a knock from the lobby door. My heart stopped. Suzu and Naomi were here.
I'll get it.
No, you fucking idiot, Matthew! My heart quickly began to pound into my chest. Matthew was in the lobby, and he'd get to the door first. I instantly jumped out of my chair and rushed out of the dining room. James looked like Otacon or Hugh. From Metal Gear Solid. You know, I actually have Metal Gear Solid 5 now. And kinda pumped to like stream that someday. Not like soon, because I know it's a quite long game, but eventually. As I passed through archway between the dining room and lobby, I saw Matthew reach his hand for the brass door handle, causing the world to go into slow motion. Matthew, don't! But before my words could reach his ears, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprised faces of Naomi and Suzu. He's gonna think we're fucking having a one-night stand. Gee, Matthew, you fucking idiot. The world around me stopped as Suzu and Naomi kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in a matter of seconds.
Hi?
I could not believe this was happening. How was I going to explain this? This week was already bad enough. To make matters worse, I was frozen in place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than stand there.
Who are you?
Suzu, let me explain. Now, Matthew is a complete dumbass. Okay, so we can rule him out, like, absolutely entirely.
What's going on here?
Oh.
Who's at the door, Matthew? Oh.
All of you are fucking idiots. Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. The situation was not getting pretty. I had to think fast. They're visitors.
Then why did one of them open the door?
He's an idiot.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It was no use. There was no time to lie to them. I felt helpless. Then, I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me. Are these guys gonna, like, knock them out with their incubi powers?
We must apologize, ladies. We know the situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything. Okay,
well, at least James is trying to defuse the situation. It doesn't make sense to open a door. Well, they said we're visitors, and, you know, if you're a visitor, you wouldn't open the door. You'd let the host open the door. The thirst continues 7. All options are dumbasses and too many unwanted bitches. I stared at James wide-eyed. Was he going to tell them who they were? Everything seemed surreal. Oh, fucking James is like... Yeah, I'm actually want to go with James now. It's pretty solid with my choice. I don't think he's going to tell that they're incubi. I think they're just going to say we're visitors and we're homeless and we're traveling. We'll just stay for a couple days. Before I knew it, I was led to the dining room along with Suzu and Naomi, and sat across from their confused gaze. As Naomi and Suzu sat down, Eric and Matthew placed their untouched plates of food in front of them, surprising their guests.
Whoa, this looks amazing! Thank you!
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
Make sure you dig in!
I looked at Naomi and Suzu as they began to eat, visibly enjoying every bite as they placed in their mouth. Hopefully the food would ease their minds for whatever James wanted to reveal. As soon as Naomi and Suzu ate their impromptu meals, James and the other boys stood behind my chair, making me grow more red in the face.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
Well, you see... Gently, James placed a hand on my shoulder again, signaling me just to eat my food. As I began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Suzu. Please don't reveal your incubi, please don't.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants.
Good, good.
We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
Fucking, what a goddamn good light, James. Holy shit. I don't know why, but Four Eyes looks like her father. I feel as if he's the adopted one, and in actuality your brother. You know, I did actually point that out in the last stream where I pointed out that James looks really similar to our dad, and I theorized that our dad was also an incubi, and that we in turn are a succubi. But I really hope it doesn't go that way. I don't know who the developers of this visual novel. I really hope that was the same excuse I made. I really, really fucking hope it doesn't go that route. Please, for the love of God, don't.
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for it.
But why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
That's a pretty good point.
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work, so she lets us wear casual clothes.
Hey, that's not a bad excuse, Matthew.
Yeah, something like that.
Gotta keep it in the family, right? Can't risk having the company pass on to another bloodline.
We're sorry if we made the situation awkward earlier.
We're very sure that Miss Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
Okay, well, obviously this lie will work on Naomi and Suzy, but what about our parents when they eventually get here? How are they gonna explain that?
I guess.
So, if I may ask, what brings you two ladies here?
Oh, at the very least, Eric is toning down his fucking manhole flirting.
Well, we wanted to see how our friend was doing. Since it's the weekend and all, usually we hang out and just chill.
Yeah, like going to the arcade and stuff.
Do people still go to the arcade?
Or the Pink Lady Cafe.
There's an arcade?
Oh, you know what an arcade is?
That makes a lot of sense, ladies. Well, we don't wish to disturb you any further than we have, so we'll take our leave and start preparing the house.
Huh? Preparing for what?
We gotta prep the house for some sort of housewarming party thing.
Our princess's parents requested a housewarming party to be held here soon.
They're not related, ironic. You can bone your not brother. And by soon, they mean tonight.
Oh, well, I guess we can help out or something. Right, Naomi?
I thought you wanted to go to the arcade.
This housewarming thing is more important.
Gotta resolve those daddy issues somehow. Okay, I know, like, the term for, like, a mother and son, that's an Oedipus complex, or if it's related to the mother, but what is it called when it's related to the father? What is that called? I'm curious, actually.
No need. We can handle it. If you'd like to, miss, you can go out with your friends while we handle things here.
Seriously?
Yeah? I'm letting you fuckers stay.
Sam, not now.
Well, I wanted to help out, but at the same time, I wanted to go out with my friends. James gave me a look of understanding, letting me know that if I left, everything will be okay. I had to make a decision. Electra Complex. Interesting. I'm gonna go out with Suzu and Naomi. Ooh, or do I stay and help around the house? I actually don't know. Do you guys want to vote and choose? Because if I go out with Suzu and Naomi, I have to, you know, stick around, hang out with these two. But if I stay and help around the house, we could get to know the boys better. Maybe maybe get to know them better. Maybe one of them will redeem themselves somehow. I highly doubt it though. They don't seem to give any indication that they're gonna change. I hope they do, but I'm starting to feel like they're not. Go out with Suzu and Naomi. Well, what will happen? I'm gonna... Sisters before hoes. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Suzu and Naomi.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust these guys to be able to work everything out. Help around. I'm pretty sure we have to deal with Matthew if we go to the arcade. Oh well, I'm prepared for whatever consequences for choosing this route.
Thank you for trusting us, miss.
We'll have everything done for you by the time you return home.
Alright, we'll wait here while you go get your things.
I was strangely relieved to know that everything was going to be okay while I was gone from the house. I trusted the guys enough to do everything they could for this house party, so my mind focused itself on hanging out with my friends. Oh shit, but what if our parents, like, show up in the middle? Like, they show up early and not at the party time. Oh shit. Eventually, I was out the door, walking towards Naomi's car with Naomi and Suzu. Suzu grabbed the entire back seat as I took the passenger side. Naomi started the car and drove off towards the city. Oh god, what have we done? It was nice driving out with my friends. After all that happened, it was good to just go out and forget my troubles.
Well, since we got you out of the house, we might as well go to the mall and walk around a bit. We did just eat breakfast after all.
Yeah, that was a good meal though.
Could have had more flavor, in my opinion.
Suzu, you eat chili peppers when you're bored. Everything you eat always needs more flavor.
You need to teach me, Suzu. Actually, no, I don't like Suzu. Yeah, I still can't get over that, Suzu.
You never eat spicy things, Anderson. You don't know how it feels.
I just had it for lunch 2 days ago, though.
That's nothing.
Anyways, after the mall, what do you want to do? We could go to the Pink Lady Cafe and chill out with Kay. I'm sure she'd love the company.
Who's Kay?
But we have to stop by the arcade. They have this new game out called Orion. You get to control this guy named Isaku, and you're part of the rebel forces, and you get to shoot things, and there's robots, and...
Sheesh, we get it, Suzu, we get it. We'll go to the arcade.
Which one first, though? You know how popular Kay is. She'll be swamped with customers later in the day. What is this backdrop? It's a car. Admittedly, the art's pretty good.
I'd rather go in the late afternoon. She has better options during the last hour of the cafe.
So basically after the arcade?
You figured me out so quickly, Patterson.
What did I tell you about using my last name?
Well, let's go to... cafe or the arcade? I kind of feel like we go to the arcade because we just ate breakfast, so there's no point in like going to the cafe where we're gonna eat more food, you know? I think why are they so small? That's the art. I think we'll go to the arcade. As much as it's gonna make Suzu happy, I feel like it makes the most sense. So we headed to the mall and walked around for a good moment of time before driving out to Moonfall Arcade. As weird as the name sounded, the arcade was one of the best arcades in the city. Kids and teenagers lined the games, watching the players at the consoles as they anxiously waited to have their turn.
Oh, there it is!
Suzu grabbed Naomi and me by the hands before dragging us to a section of the arcade where a bunch of kids had gathered in awe and excitement. In the middle of the crowd, there was a large game with 2 joystick platforms and a screen that flashed the name Orion every other second. In the background of the screen, a holographic playfield glimmered before us, revealing a neo-futuristic battlefield and an enemy robot charging right at the camera.
This is the game you were excited about?
It looks really cool. Are you serious?
That's right! And I'm gonna play it so hard I'll beat the game in one shot.
Damn. Suzy smirked and looked at me, hoping that I would join her as I usually did for her partner games. I looked at Naomi, who merely rolled her eyes, crossed her arms, and gave me the okay nod. I grinned before nodding to Suzy, who cheered in joy.
Woohoo! Alright, let's do this.
Oh god, so remember when I said that the art's not bad? Yeah, occasionally you're gonna have these really poopy screenshots. Admittedly, this is not as bad as the teacher from the beginning, where her left boob was like twice the size of her other boob. It took us a good half hour before we were able to step up to the platforms. The point of the game was to beat the government and restore freedom to the general public. We played as the rebels in a robot, and entered the game quickly. Became a smash and bash game versus multiple enemy robots. That was kind of a white lie, wasn't it? Please don't let there be some stupid minigame. Playing with Suzu always felt like an adventure. We both knew what our strengths and weaknesses were, so it was easy to collaborate with each other. It wasn't long before we got into the swing of the game, and we were beating enemies like crazy. Her eye is trying to run away. I'm honestly more, I guess, flabbergasted at the mouth. In all honesty, it looks like how that tip of her mouth is reaching her nostrils. By the time we got to the boss, we were unstoppable. It was so refreshing to beat the boss and put our 3-letter code names into the high score list. One breast was absorbing the other.
And that is how you game. We are unstoppable, Anderson.
Susie gave me a large smile, which made me smile back. I was happy to be able to hang out and have fun with my friends like this. I felt free from worries or responsibilities. It was something that I loved. We eventually lost track of the time and wound up staying longer than we expected, making us unable to stop at the cafe before going home to dress for the housewarming party. Or that one character whose face was literally this emoticon. Talking about Matthew. So we drove back. Naomi and Susie picked up clothes and other necessities from their houses before driving back to the mansion. The hour of the house party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party. Knowing my dad, he invited his business parties and executives of the Anderson Company to show me off. I stood in front of my mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It was just a housewarming party, but at the same time, it wasn't. It was my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a real chance for me to see my parents as a woman. It was my test to see if I was really ready to live on my own. No, that girl was a bitch to you. Well, not truly alone. I had the incubi to thank, but even so, I didn't have my dad guiding me or my mom helping me through living alone. A knock on my door broke through my thoughts, surprising me. Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents should be here soon. So you should hurry getting ready.
Are we gonna pick a dress? Well, I'm ready, but...
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
Alright. That's okay, I guess. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, I watched Naomi and Susie's faces turn from smiles to complete awestruck stares. It's really not that special. What?
Dude, you look hot.
Yeah, you look amazing! Where did you get that dress?
I had it for a while. I just never had a chance to wear it. I figured I might as well bring it out now. Oh, nice. Nice suits. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door behind me. As I walked down to the hall to the grand lobby, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed to the nines as proper servants. Her name was Lisette. Yeah, that's right. That bitch. I really hope we don't see her again. So is this like... Ooh, you got shoulders showing. How scandalous. So is this like where Helltaker got its inspiration? So instead of sharply dressed demon boys, it's sharply dressed demon girls? Gag me.
Whoa! They really know how to dress well, don't they?
Yeah. I love how all the colors, like, I'm pretty sure it's just our avatar blocking, but I'm pretty sure Damien's, like, doesn't have, like, any color because he's that basic. I was slightly taken aback at how the boys looked in uniform. Each had the poise of a perfect gentleman, even Sam. That fucking sneak diss at Sam. I slowly began to climb down the steps with Suzu and Naomi behind me. The boys watched as I descended the staircase one step at a time. If only their faces weren't so dumb looking, like knights waiting for their princess. I felt my face slightly flush, but I quickly shook my head, trying to regain my thoughts. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out to me and walked me down that final step smiling. Damn, they're really pushing James to be the canon choice, you know?
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
Van Ripper is like, let's take this game and actually make appealing characters. Thank you.
So, are you prepared for tonight?
Yes, I'm ready. I had to be confident in my skills. My dad expected a lot of me already. If I had faltered at this party, who knows what he'll think of me. I had to ensure in myself that every word that came from my mouth that I was ready. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time, almost right on the cue. The doorbell rang. I gulped. I could practically feel my dad's aura from behind the door. Sam and Eric quickly rushed the door and opened the double doors wide to reveal my parents, both dressed in their best. So damn, we're not gonna hide it. You're just gonna go with the lie that they're just house servants. The parents aren't gonna say anything. I would love a demon dating game where demon boys actually look good instead of generic anime boys. See, they're building him up to drop an incest moment. Fuck. I'm actually starting to think that could actually be possible. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servants.
It was probably overlooked. Besides, who would deny good service?
Yeah, like, see how the dad has pointed ears? And the other incubi, now that they're in the same shot, you see how the dad's ears are pointed? And Eric's ears, his ears are pointed? Dad is totally an incubi, or a demon at the very least. What if our dad is Malix? I'm calling it. That's gonna be the twist. Our dad is going to be Malix, and we're going to be Malix's daughter. And that's why we had that dream. It's not like we're seeing into the future. It's like our like demon powers are activating or something. And it's because of we're in the presence of other demons. That's I'm calling that. I was completely shocked. My parents didn't question the boys. They didn't ask for verification or anything. I think Mom was the one who assumed that, it just came. Grandfather, I know it's anime, but with tiny anime. Wait, what? Like, I know, right? It's anime, but with tiny horns. I am dying. Like, Mom assumed that they were servants that were handed to us, but Dad's just... I think Dad is sus and he knows, but he's going along with it for some reason. I looked at the boys and noticed Sam and Eric were staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There was no way they were okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
My mother quickly rushed to me and gave me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. It had only been a couple of days, but living away from the ones who raised me was so hard. My mother soon let me go and looked at my outfit. Anime boys with tiny horns.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
Yeah, Dad. Fucking show some affection, you little fuck. I looked at my dad, who was looking around the lobby like an inspector. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let out a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
The world stopped around me. What? The world around me stopped as my heart pounded hard in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me? On his own accord? No. Our mom had to prompt him to do it. No, this doesn't count. My mother was grinning ear to ear at his words. I was beyond speechless. The worst part is that they only have pointy ears. If I wanted elves, I'd get lost in the forest. Thank you, Daddy. However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
Bastard. What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight. Even the vice chairman's son will be coming. All of them will be measuring your potential.
Oh, you even... the fact that he brings up the vice chairman's son... Maybe... the son is Malix in disguise or something? My potential?
To become CEO of the company.
I'm like 18! How old do fucking CEOs get elected? Like, what, in their 30s, 40s? I knew it. Something was off about tonight, and now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. I looked at the incubi, but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Susie raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. As if time zoomed forward, all of a sudden the main hall of the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and see my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. It's obviously the 19th century ironic, where everyone dies at like 40. Yeah, this is like an alternate universe where cars exist in the fucking 19th century. As long as we get more hot men, we don't get to question the plot. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting on the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and handshake. Huh, why is the music, like, playing? Something gonna happen? Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
It's fan-fucking-tastic. I'm doing my best.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, you little fuck. Thank you for your condolences.
Do you have college plans?
Drink beer? Yes, I do. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me, they were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
What is this detective music? Who the fuck is dying? Please be Damien. Ooh, we're gonna have a murder mystery? I'd actually be for that, actually. I'd actually really be for that, no joke. Don't ask me, I have no fucking clue. It'll get on back on track real soon.
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
It's fucking stupid. No, I think it's great. It's a policy that reflects my own values, so I personally think it's great.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
It's a possibility. Eventually the questions stopped and I was back to being myself. Naomi and Suzu were mingling in the crowds and the incubi were doing their jobs, so I was all alone in a room full of strangers. Yeah, I think we're gonna meet Malix now. Malix, whatever his fucking name is. It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. All for Damien dying, say I. Fucking I, put me in that vote. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me. Bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Oh, with my mother stood a man who looked only a couple of years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand. Void stuff, you're either against us or with us.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Well, his voice doesn't sound similar to Malix. Place your hand in his... What? Just say, like, return the handshake? That, like, confused me for, like, put your hand in his. As I placed my hand in his, he raised it to his lips, and kissed over my knuckles. I felt my face burn slightly at the gesture. Andrew smiled at me before releasing my hand.
I'm honored to be invited here.
My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew? Yeah.
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me. Say I.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Oh, I see. Is it like some power move? You want to get close to the future CEO so that you will take over the company, you'll have a bigger grasp at the company? Yeah, why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
That expression looks so derpy. Can we just, like, take a couple seconds to admire this face? Alright, there we go. Oh, wow. I didn't know he talked about me. That's not too big of a surprise. Although, I mean, I guess it's a bit weird that you're talking about your family with your business colleagues. If this is really Malik, that means Malik doesn't look like a Joker ripoff, and that means this game is terrible. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. Oh. I looked to Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out. Yeah, I think, as unlikely as it is right now, I do think this guy is Malik, because there's no other reason why the game would make such a big deal about this character. He has to be Malik. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Yeah, and his ears, they're pointed, rather pointed as well. Admittedly, it's a bit too hard to tell because that piece of his hair is blocking, so it could just be his regular human ear and not a pointed ear. But anyways, as I felt someone walk up behind me, causing me to turn to them, next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense. Oh, are you fucking pressuring him?
So, you're Jared's son.
Oh, okay. Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Oh, I see. So Dad, dear old Daddy, is, what, being like a fucking attack dog?
Well...
yeah, how dare he aspire for great things. I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position. Ah, I see. So this is how we bond. Yeah, we're gonna have a scene like, oh, my fucking dad sucks, and then Andrew goes, yeah, my dad fucking sucks. They're forcing us to get the CEO position, but we don't fucking want it.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
Yeah, can you, like, fucking back off?
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
No, you're trying to fucking back him off.
Of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
Man, I feel kind of bad.
If you'll excuse me.
Oh. Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Damn, follow him! I quickly followed Andrew, wanting to be sure he was alright. I felt a little embarrassed that my dad put him in on the spot like that. I had to apologize. What a fucking dickhead! Yeah, we wound up outside, the stars practically dancing on the grass as we stood up in the backyard of the mansion. It had been my first time in years being out there, but my thoughts weren't on the nostalgia. Hey, Andrew? Andrew turned to me in surprise, however his face was completely red in both embarrassment and humiliation. I felt terrible.
Oh, I didn't see you or hear you following. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I should be the one to apologize. I'm sorry that my dad's a fucking asshole.
What for? You didn't do anything wrong.
Well, if my dad's not going to apologize, I might as well. I meant for the way my dad behaved. He shouldn't have been so dickish.
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, I should have expected it and been more prepared.
Bro, you look like a stoner when you make that expression. If my messages isn't popping up, it's because it has sex in it. I'm writing. Huh. Well, it's not showing up, so yeah, it has sexiest. Yeah, you can't say, oh, no wait, I saw it, so it's clearly not the word sexiest. Good luck to you, Capra. Hopefully your message will get to me soon. It was intriguing seeing Andrew's professional side and then seeing a goofy smile away from everyone. Still, I'm sorry for that.
It's not a problem really, but thank you.
We both smiled at each other before I reached my hand out to him. He tilted his head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. I don't know, I'm kind of digging Andrew at the moment. I like him. I fucking forgot. Our name, it's Irony-chan. My name is Irony-chan. In understanding, his smile returned before he took my hand gently and shook it.
That's a pretty name. I'm happy to know it now.
Nah, it's not that nice.
I have to disagree with you. It's much better than Andrew. I mean, who names their kid Andrew?
A normal fucking parent? Are they banning me for the truth? YouTube will not stop me from saying Heath Ledger is sexy. Yeah, like scars. You just get like a half. When I see those scars, I just get a half chub. A lot of people do, yeah.
But how about Axel or Ace? Something cool like that.
Okay, Axel is, an alright word, but no fucking kid names their kid Ace. The moment you hear a kid named Ace, they're instantly gonna be bullied. I couldn't help but laugh at him. He was a pretty chill guy for a guy who was supposed to be a vice chairman's son. He grinned and laughed along with me. That shot is pretty good. Shamed. Such a shame for those closed eyes. Oh yeah, I completely fucking I did not realize. Thank you for that, Phoenix. Everything else looks nice, and then you look at the fucking eyes. Oh dear God. I don't know why, but I felt warm. Whether it was the almost non-existent breeze of the situation we found ourselves in, it felt nice.
Lewis.
And just like that, the feeling had vanished. We both turned to see my dad at the doors of the mansion, staring at Andrew with an almost deadly glare. Andrew straightened up, trying to maintain a business posture.
Yes, sir?
Your limo is in the front. The driver has requested that you return home. Now.
Fuck off, Dad.
Oh, alright. Thank you, sir.
Andrew quickly nodded to me before speeding back to the mansion to leave. As I took a step to follow, my dad stepped in front of me. Dad?
I don't want to hear it. Do not become friendly with him. He wants to take the company away from us. You have no reason to be friends with him.
I do have a reason, and that's why I fucking want to. Cunt. Before I could retort, my dad turned away and walked back inside, muttering about how the party was nearing an end. I sighed and entered the house as well, wanting for the party to end immediately. Eventually, only Suzu, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. We're trying to get some man meat here, Dad. Stop cock-blocking us. My dad suddenly walked over and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him, a wave of confusion washing over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Keep it up and you'll be a good CEO.
Excuse me, but where's our opinion on the matter? We only want fucking meat. Oh, whoa. I actually saw that in the YouTube chat, the word fucking. I thought that wasn't allowed. Oh, maybe because you had it in capital letters. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, right.
Alright, your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Yes, it fucking does, because it's the weekend, and I can do whatever the fuck I want, because now I'm living alone. Remember, Dad, when you were pushing at the beginning of the game, you need to learn how to live responsibly, learn how to live your own? Yeah, well, that also includes knowing what the fuck I can do. Yeah, so I can stay up all night, bitch. We can fucking caps? Yes, Capra, I saw that as well. It's in the YouTube chat, it's not in the separate tab where I have the stream open with the OBS chat. I can see it in the YouTube chat. Fuck yeah. Alright.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party.
I'm pretty sure I can use it normally. Fucking. You're right, Phoenix. Huh. The fuck's going on? I thought that wasn't a thing anymore. We can fucking caps. Alright. Today's a great day.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. Alright?
Yeah, thank you. Alright, see ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
We could fuck everyone celebrating in the chat. Oh well, Capra and Phoenix, but, at this point in time, they're the only two consistent. Last time they censored my message for saying Jackrabbit. I have no fucking idea what's going on, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining in the slightest. I like Mom. I wish we could... There's like a scene where we can hang out more. Also, I didn't notice, but... Was Naomi's hair also... always had that orange tint at the end? It's like dye? Because there's no way that's natural. Will do. Hey, all 4 of my remaining guests left the building, but my dad was waving back to me. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat at the staircase, exhausted. That was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Yeah.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
Fuck yeah, Matthew.
She handled herself the best she could.
Shut up, Damien. It's funny how I appreciate Matthew stepping up for me, but the moment... Did you forget she's apparently blonde? Is she? Oh well. Like, as I was saying, I congratulate Matthew for sticking up to me, but the moment Damien opens his mouth, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
As expected, princess.
It's like that. It's like, shut up, Meg.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Yeah, I had a really exhausting day.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, get the fuck off, Damien. Yeah, piss off, Sam. You're staying here, and you agreed to this.
Hush, Sam.
Yeah, go, Eric. Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
Oh shit. I didn't realize it was going to be so soon we get to meet Malik. Okay, I'm really thinking it's going to be Andrew. And I'm kind of hoping he looks like the Joker. I felt a hot shudder run through my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air in my ears. I looked around, panicked alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
It's fucking Malik. All of us shot our heads towards the door, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Oh god. Well, that was, Shut yourself, well, I'm fucking disappointed now. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold, piercing into mine. What the fuck? Yeah, I can see that the chat is... the chat was really excited. They really think this design is good. Into mine, roughened up clothes, and a pistol in his hand, I saw a monster. Where the fuck did he get a pistol from? What the hell is this? This is Andrew. That I recognize that hair anywhere. Oh, who the fuck are you? I covered my mouth not to scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a familiar-looking woman. Oh, in matching thug-like clothes. Is that Lisette? What is this homestuck-looking asshole? Sir, get the fuck out of this house. This is Lisette.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. Did he kill him? We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What the fuck?
What?
Well, what happened? What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shot as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. What happened? Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
Oh! So it's like a holy place? Grandfather? The fuck were you doing?
What did you say, shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Jesus. The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame that disappeared into the air. So they have guns in the demon world, I'm assuming? I'm assuming that's where they are.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Yeah, and the previous owner was grandfather. This guy has a potty mouth. Malik, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malik did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Ah, I see. So, objects from hell. Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger. He doesn't look angry, he just looks annoyed. Like, honestly, he doesn't look any different from James. His fist tightening as if he were crushing a stress ball.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
Honestly, nothing. Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in that dream. We can be just as edgy. Fuck off. Or we can say, get out of my house. Do we go the potty route? Or do we say, get out of my house? I feel like the proper way is just like, get out of my house. You know, you're not welcome here. This is the worst design I've ever seen ever. Yeah, I gotta admit. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I have no words. Like, even the clothes. The clothes look generic as fuck. Beat a stupid ass in the house, you're 1v6. Yeah, you know, you bring up a good point, Phoenix. What's stopping us from whooping his ass? And he's defenseless. Fuck off, okay. Fuck off. Malix suddenly laughed wildly, staring at me in disbelief.
Whoa! Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
Oh wow, you see, the game's self-aware. That makes it good. Malix grinned at me evilly, walking closer to me. What? I can't run, duck. All of a sudden, I felt a hand grip at my hair and pull it back, forcing me to cry out as I stare up at Malix, his eyes bored into mine as he cackled into my face. Also, I just saw that there was a timer. I mean, yeah, that's the point of the game. Yeah, I just saw a timer. That's why I didn't click. It automatically chose for me. Oh well, I failed that interaction.
Hey! Let her go!
Sam! Eric!
Within mere seconds, Sam had punched Malix square in the jaw, forcing him to let my hair go. As I fumbled back, Eric caught me in his arms, gently pulling me away from Malix and back into the group.
Come on, Sam. You and me. Right here. Let's go!
I gotta give points to the voice actor. He's trying his best, but goddamn, the script is awful.
Come on, asswipe!
Oh god, that's even worse. However, before both could fight, the woman stepped forward and placed a firm grip on Malix's shoulder.
That's enough, Malix.
What? Who do you think you're speaking to, woman?
The girl who's going to help you kill them. Just not now.
Huh.
Not now?
What do you mean, not now? I stared as the girl spoke down to Malix. She looked the same, just like pure evil. However, she seemed concerned for Malix. Or for me. Yeah, that's Lisette.
There's 5 of them, and 2 of us. Even if we come back with the gang, they can have the place surrounded by human police.
Then we shoot everyone!
God damn it!
Think! If we shoot everyone, we'll be hunted. And it'll be a matter of time before makeshift paladins come and try to exorcise us.
He's angry. Get it? The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could have sensed that fire would glow from underneath their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys.
Pretty boys.
We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
My god, I can't take him seriously in the slightest. I actually take the other chick, the chick demon, more seriously than him. Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
Oh god. What is even this game? A fucking treat, that's what it is. With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. So we can't go out, okay? I felt my knees gave out from underneath me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah, why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
I don't know why, but something in his red skin and white hair reminds me of something. Oh, what is it, Phoenix?
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear at his words. You were shivering in fear? He was a fucking clown. Malix, was he a demon? No, he was a guy cosplaying.
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
Is there a difference? A devil, is there a difference?
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
I don't know, what do you guys think is worse? Having the incubi as like human, like just pretty much human looking except for pointed ears, although James's ears aren't that pointy and Sam's doesn't look that pointy. Or would you rather have that red skin abomination? Like, which would you prefer as a design choice?
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Man, all this demon lore really makes me just wanna play Disgaea. I prefer not to be sunburned.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
I wish to die, ironic. I wish to die. What an experience this game is turning out to be. This was all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I happened to land in the middle of it? What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
Oh, we've been protected. Huh. Oh, you mean like the house? You're referring to the house. Yeah, what?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Yeah.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
And you're telling me this now? Exposition dump. Okay, so now I'm kind of interested in what the fuck grandfather was doing. I couldn't believe my ears. It was a third day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now!
Yeah, sure you do, Sam. You can totally whoop his ass right now. I dare ya.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
What about going outside? Won't he? You should play the second game. Well, hello there. Well, hello there, Anisha. And welcome to the stream. You should play the second game. Yeah, I have heard that this game is a trilogy. And maybe this game would end in a cliffhanger? There's a second game? Oh yeah, there's a second game. It's called Seduce Me 2, The Demon War. And I think that delves in more into the feud between Malix and the Incubi. And maybe we'll actually travel to hell. A trilogy, yeah, there's a trilogy. At least from what I remember. Maybe there's just 2 games, but I think there's a trilogy.
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
There is a third one. Okay, I may be wrong, okay? I might be wrong in that. Maybe there's just 2.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Well, this will be a bumpy and sufferable ride. Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Malix. Still, I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. Green apples. I went to bed that night. Also, why is Malik mad at demons who just dick down people? Jealousy, I guess? Maybe he wants the dick for himself? I don't know. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I'd never been able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this even happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? They are only staying until after they defeat Malix. That's right, they said they could only stay until after they defeat Malix. After that, my life could go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. The question was then, what would I want? Would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life. Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Yeah, man. Who the fuck wants to be responsible for anything? Enough, let's just sleep and deal with it tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully whatever the future had for me, I'd be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever.
Who the fuck is that?
You're so important to me.
I swear I'll give my life to you.
Please, let me love you.
I'll be by your side, always.
I can't imagine living without you.
I want to be with you.
Oh, I think Malik reminds me of Harley Quinn because of the red and black attire and the white makeup. Fucking Harley Quinn. Oh, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm getting like Suicide Joker vibes from Malix now that you just mentioned Harley Quinn.
I love you.
I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head and force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. Lesbo option in the future? Maybe? 7 AM. Why am I up so early? I'm the Joker, baby. I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to get back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? It's too early to even be alive. I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across from my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 AM in the morning? Sleep, I guess? I guess we could make some coffee. I decided making coffee was my best bet in surviving the rest of the day. Why not? Haven't had coffee in forever. I fucking hate coffee. I got out of bed and made my way to the kitchen, unconcerned that I was in my pajama pants and a tank top. I rummaged through the cabinets. Malik Quinn! I rummaged through the cabinets for a coffee machine and any makings for coffee. Surely my grandfather had some. A French press? Well, it's better than nothing. As I began to make my coffee, I checked my email and text on my phone. No new important emails, no text messages, I sighed. I quickly made my coffee just how I liked it and sat in the counter. But then I began to wonder, would this happen every day? I let the question linger in my mind. For the whole morning, I did not think once about the boys or Malix. Everything was peaceful. Everything was average. Nothing magical or dangerous or unusual. What to do on 7 AM? I don't know, go to work? I simply drank my coffee as I let the thought marinate in the back of my mind. I returned to bed, feeling the weight of the morning drag me under my covers to try sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday, and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes, go back to sleep. Well, isn't that a fucking mood? Because, currently, it's 11:15, and I didn't sleep the whole night, because I couldn't sleep. I shut my eyes and tried to slow my breathing. I looked at my phone to check the time once again. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept for much longer. Why is time going so slowly? I sighed, I got changed into normal clothes, and went out into the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays were very boring. However, the muffled sounds of battle caught my attention. Huh? I quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I heard. In the yard were all 5 of the boys practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle with the other 4 surrounding him and throwing punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged each of them almost masterfully. Sam, the little fuckboy, he's the strongest? Bullshit. Don't disturb them. I'm gonna watch them. I just watched. The boys were very much in their own world, focusing on their training they were all in. It was better not to disturb them. I checked the time and decided to head inside into the kitchen. I was getting hungry and I'm sure the boys would need to eat soon, so lunch was a must. Might as well make lunch today. It had been a while since I cooked. Lunch wasn't particularly hard. I decided to make some sandwiches, yeah. Ooh, pizza, simple chicken and rice, cold cut sandwiches. I kind of want to go sandwiches just for the joke. Yeah, cold cut sandwiches. Let's make some sandwiches. Because why not? I assembled simple ham sandwiches for all of us. After I poured some potato chips on the side of each sandwich, I felt satisfied. Who said lunch had to be cooked? I placed the food in the dining room. However, none of the boys were there by the time I brought the final dish out. I carried that dish to the main lobby, catching the boys separating into different rooms of the house. Part of me wanted to go into one in particular. The other part of me wanted to just leave them be and take the food in my hand in my room and eat. Maybe I could go out today while the boys were focused on training. Find one of the incubi, go to your room and eat. Huh? No pizza time? Blasphemy. Sorry, Void, but, you know, I had to make that joke, you know. We gotta make sandwiches for the men, you know? Huh. I don't know. I feel like finding one of the incubi, like, push one of the, I guess, links, or however this game calculates the ending. Hell yeah. Hi, everyone. Hello there, Yona. Welcome to the stream. Let's be alone. Let's be a loner. Go to your room and eat. I decided against bothering them. They knew where their food was, so I went to my room instead and ate alone in my room. It's not my problem. Yeah, that's the mood we should have. If it doesn't concern me, it doesn't affect me directly, it's not my problem. I turned on my computer and started to jam to music as I ate my food. As I ate, I began to think about going out. There were so many places to go. Things to do. Huh. Let's go to the Pink Lady Cafe. I want to see what that's about. Immediately, I regret my decision. I arrived at the cafe, ready to relax. Women belong in the kitchen, Burger King. Fucking tweet's hilarious. I didn't want to be stuck at home on a Sunday. Besides, the cafe always had something new to drink, no matter how often you came. Demon boys. Yeah. I entered the double doors and looked around. Not many people were in, and Kay didn't seem to be working today. Who the fuck's Kay? I still don't know who she is. Oh well, she can't always be working. I made my way to the pastry bar and took a look at what the cafe had to offer that day. There was always something new, no matter There was always something new. No matter when you came, which is what kept people coming, myself included. I love Grandma Cafe. Like, my god, this decor is so gaudy. Like, I don't mind a floral motif, but my god. As I browsed also, this shade of pink is ugly. Like, really fucking ugly. As I browsed the delights, my mouth began to water. I had just eaten earlier, but the cafe's pastry always looked good enough to tease your appetite back to a hungry state. I'm pretty sure they're also fucking expensive, at least that's in my experience with cafes. Both the smell and the look of each dessert was carefully crafted to appease. You didn't regret buying one and biting into it. I finally made a selection and headed to the cash register to purchase my treat.
What can I get for you?
Oh god, the art. Okay, yeah, it's very clear where the art is focused on. What can I get for you? Hi, I'd like to take a couple of chocolate and raspberry macarons. Ooh, I've never had a macaron before, but I heard they're really tasty. And a Pink Lady latte, please.
Coming right up.
Lily was Kay's assistant, who mainly stuck to the cafe's finances and computer work. However, when Kay wasn't in, Lily took over, becoming the face behind the cash register who gave you what you needed. Lily, where's Kay?
Kay had to fly out to New York suddenly. She said it has something to do with delivering something special to someone. I'm not too clear on the details.
Ah, Kay is the mysterious chick, Booba. I mean, I get it, we're thirsty, but come on, we can do better. But as I was saying, I'm fairly positive, I'm gonna make a prediction. Kay is the mysterious demon chick who was with Malix. Okay, sounds like fun. I wish I could go to New York.
Don't we all? Here you are. Enjoy.
Man, please use a paper bag on that face. Man, Phoenix, you don't hold back. Fucking blunt as a fucking rock. I took my order into a far corner table and got comfy. The Pink Lady Latte was a cafe special that everyone adored. It was a normal latte with a very subtle raspberry flavor. The foam was pink too. But Booba, yeah, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I fucking love tits, but there's more to it than that, you know? Before I could indulge, however, a voice stopped me. Is it Malix?
Oh, hey!
Oh, hey, Naomi. I looked up to see Naomi enter the cafe with a smile towards me. I smiled back, not expecting to see her. I gotta admit, if there's an option for us to go with Naomi, I'll take it. Hey, Naomi.
Mind if I join you?
Not at all. Naomi nodded before quickly getting herself a coffee, cake slice, and a latte before joining my table.
I've been wanting to try their latte for a while. Is it any good?
I like it. It has a nice raspberry flavor. Naomi gently blew her latte over her latte to cool it before sipping it, smiling at the taste.
This does taste good. I'll have to get this from now on. The raspberry is a really nice compliment with the coffee.
I like how this just came to me. I love how the title of the stream, I named it Making Friends with Handsome Lads, but we're pretty much avoiding them and just making hanging out with, our normal friends. I giggled. Naomi loved food when it wasn't made in the school cafeteria. Yeah, where is the actual substance, aka the meat? Meat? She wanted to own a restaurant one day, but always focused on studying the business side. Naomi had natural cooking skills that made grandmothers seem like novices at making you food. You amazing food. Okay, that sounded worded to me. Also, school cafeteria food tastes like ass. Me, goddamn Capra. You should get macarons next time with it. The raspberry macarons definitely bring out the flavor in the latte. Also, I'm blunt because I'm thirsty.
I should.
Slowly, Naomi grew a look of thought on her face as she stared into the latte, probably thinking about food again. It was during these moments that I got to see a simpler, almost beautiful side of Naomi. She was very smart, smarter than me. However, she always held seriousness very close to passion, dictating her heart to a dream. It was inevitable. It was enviable. I sipped my latte and ate a macaron before speaking and breaking her thoughts. Thanks, by the way, for coming to my impromptu party. I know it was last minute and all. Naomi broke away from looking at her drink to looking up at me in surprise. Then with a smile.
It was my pleasure, really. I mean, our pleasure. Suzu came too, and all.
Aww. Naomi blushed a bit before clearing her throat and taking a sip of her latte. She then looked at me again with a slight frown. Also, I don't like lattes, but I do like mochas.
But hey, how are you holding up from that? I'm sure meeting all those business people was tiring.
Yeah, I fucking hated them. It wasn't anything I couldn't handle. It was just the suddenness of it that tired me out.
Well, I'm sure you did great. It was a great party. The food was amazing.
It was amazing. I slowly began to remember the party, remembering how alone I felt throughout. I wanted to be with my friends, but I had to put my business air to impress my guests and my father. Fuck our father. He can die in a ditch for all we care. You know, have him die, and then we don't go to his funeral at all. Fuck him. Did I try too hard? It was supposed to be a simple party, but it felt like a job interview. Before I got too deep into my thoughts, I felt a hand gently cover mine. I refocused my thoughts to reality, seeing Naomi gently hold my hand. Aww.
Hey, I know that look. You're about to overthink it. Don't. You did great. I'm sure of it.
Oh, thank you, Naomi. I stared at Naomi, unsurprised that she caught onto my thoughts, and happy to know that she cared. Thanks, Naomi. Naomi smiled and blushed, giving a small nod. She was absolutely adorable when she smiled like that. I didn't know how, but her smile was able to make the room lighter. Oh, fuck! That art! My god! Like, okay, I get that they don't lesbo option. I think we will have an opportunity to romance Naomi, and I'm taking that option. Like, okay, look, I understand if the art isn't the best in, like, say, the lesser characters like Lily, but when you have what seems to be a romantic option, and like, we're having a date, and we're bonding, and then you cut to a shot, like this, you know, like this close-up shot, can you at least put just a tiny bit effort to make the fucking shot look good? That's all I fucking ask? The background looks good, the flowers look good, then you look at Naomi and she looks like ass. The mug looks worse. Damn, that cup is half her head. I'm focusing on the handle. That handle doesn't look attached at all. Naomi then pulled her hand away, placing it back on her latte with her other hand and cupping the mug, and sipped her drink. Naomi licked her lips and let out a sigh.
This is really nice. A relaxing Sunday afternoon at a cafe.
It's almost like a date! All of a sudden, Naomi's face turned pink as she looked at me. Confused, I tilted my head and gave her a quizzical look. Naomi, are you alright? You're turning red. All of this is yikes. Naomi must have snapped out of her trance. She fanned herself and tried to calm herself down from whatever was on her mind. Also, who holds a cup like that? We ain't in Britain, mate. Also, like, I get that the narration was like the narration's like, why is Naomi, like, being like that? But I think we know. We fucking know. We're doing this deliberately.
No, I'm fine. Really. Just a little warm, that's all.
Shit, you needed to side with her every time. Oop. Oh, does that mean I can't romance Naomi? Oh well. Naomi brought her latte up to her mouth and began to drink practically. No coochie for you, dang. Practically chugged it down. It was actually kind of cute how flustered she got from a simple statement. No coochie for you. Okay, well, we could always be best friends with benefits, and, you know, so when we choose one of the incubi, I'm still going with James. We could have like a occasional threesome every now and then. I'll be more than happy with that. I giggled quietly to myself before sipping on my latte. Naomi and I eventually lost track of time and wound up chatting until the late afternoon. When the cafe wasn't hopping, Lily would join us and we would talk about silly things like TVs or movies.
Oh, wow! It's getting late. I gotta get home or my mom will flip.
Aw, okay.
Would you like a ride home?
Yeah. That'd be great, thanks. We quickly headed out with Naomi driving me home. It was nice to be alone with her rather than have the explosive Suzu around. I preferred Naomi's calm logic anyway. It's okay if the theory of Irony-chan being a succubus is correct. We will get the coochie. Yes, I do think my theory of Irony-chan being a succubus is right. So yes, we will get that Naomi coochie. The remainder of the night passed by. Surprisingly uneventful. The boys continued to train with each other, but we were kind enough to stop and make me dinner. I was glad for that. Unsurprisingly, the food was perfect, but it felt a little empty without the boys to eat with me. They most likely had already eaten, but still, I felt lonely. I couldn't let it bother me. I ate and went back to my room to study and sleep. Surprisingly, I felt good going to bed that night. I felt like I could have a peaceful sleep after the previous rough nights I had. Oh, we're gonna have another nightmare? I felt good. I drifted to sleep and woke almost flawlessly that next morning. No grogginess, no aches, perfectly energized and bright-eyed. Man, how long has it been since I got that much good sleep? I looked at my alarm clock. I woke up 10 minutes before my alarm. Oh hey, it must have been my fucking lucky day. Karma owed me some luck. After all, I had gone through in merely a handful of days. I deserved to get some good luck. Ecstatic for the day ahead. Sam better show me some muscle or I ain't accepting him as the strongest. Nah, it's gonna be like Kingdom Hearts, just like usual Kingdom Hearts where it's just like scrawny little fucks wearing stupid vests and shit. Okay, ecstatic for the day ahead, I turned off my alarms before they could ring and got dressed. However, my phone started to quickly buzz from an oncoming text. Huh? Who's texting me this early? Is it Malix?
Yo, Anderson! You're carpooling with us from now on. We're not letting you waste your money on a bus. Get ready and be at your gate at 7 stat.
No. I smiled. My friends were the best. I couldn't drive yet, and I didn't have a car, so it was awesome that my friends would let me carpool. Oof, that reminds me of those ugly Mickey Mouse shoes. I checked the time. 6:30. What? Who the fuck wakes up at 6:30? Perfect, I can eat some breakfast before they come. I packed my bag and carried it downstairs into the kitchen. I quickly made myself coffee and toast, not having time for anything big. I let out a soft sigh in happiness as I sipped my coffee. I felt great. I felt like nothing could stop me today. Come at me, Day. I'm ready for you. Hey, Irony, have you ever heard of Not Tempting Fate, you moron? I looked at the time again. Time to go. I quickly rushed to the doors, checking myself in the passing mirror. I wasn't wanting to impress anyone, but I still needed to look decent. And right on cue, Naomi drove up to the gate with Susie waving me down. I rushed out the door, and we headed to school, talking about the homework and the coming day. We made it to the school without a hitch. Me who wakes up at 6, oh I'm sorry Capra, our lockers were in the same part of the hall, so we quickly unloaded what we needed to, and got our important books and necessities. I'm secretly hoping to engage in a mafia war with the Italian midget. First incident of the day, fucking Leslie the bitch. As I walked towards Susan and Naomi, who were both waiting for me on the opposite side of the hall, something hooked my ankle and made me fall forward. Whoa, ow. Yeah, didn't you fucking remember we're not protected from when we're outside the house, you moron?
Hey, are you okay?
Who did that?
Oh, the three of us looked back to see Leslie and her gaggle of girls. Lisette had...
Who did that?
Oh, I didn't know. Scroll up actually makes us go back. Oh, it's good to know. The three of us looked back to see Lisette and her gaggle of girls. Lisette had a look of complete innocence while the girls around her giggled like no tomorrow. Yeah, fucking assaulting someone. That's funny, right?
Why, you little...
Fucking choke her, Suzu.
Suzu, don't!
Yes, do it! I felt a giant fire of anger burn in my stomach as I stared at Lisette. Today was not the only time this had happened to me. However, it was now clear who was behind these incidents. Even if she was innocent and one of her goons did it, it was now obvious that Lisette was the mastermind just from the look on her face. She was no friend, nor would she ever be. I had to do something. Yeah, it's her! That woman! Get her! I had enough. Oh! Yeah, fuck her up! Fuck her up, Irony! I felt adrenaline rush through my body as I pounced off the ground and rushed at Lisette. I was not going to be the only one who scrapes this time. Oh shit! I tackled Lisette to the ground, swiping and slapping her innocent face. Damn! She screamed in fright before trying to push me off and block my attacks.
Holy shit! Anderson! Stop it!
I wasn't listening anymore. I let my carnal need to get revenge take over as I began to pull at Lisette's hair to get a better aim at her face with my free hand. I had enough of the bullying, the wounds, the insults. All of that was going to burn in the past as I scraped my nails and hand across Lisette's face over and over. Yes, beat that thought to the ground. Get her ass! My rebellion will be marked on her pretty face for all to see. Lisette pushed me off and scrambled to her feet, both panicked and angry at the same time. Her emotion was nowhere near close to the anger I was feeling.
Are you crazy? What the hell?
There will be blood. I stood up. Oh god, that fucking face. I stood up very slowly, glaring daggers into Lisette's soul through her eyes. I must have had some sort of monster behind me, or maybe I looked like the monster myself, but the gaggle of girls, Lisette, even my friends had a look of pure terror on their faces. Yeah, fuck her up. Okay, I think this is the moment where it's like foreshadowed or revealed that we are like part demon. I've had enough of you, Lisette. You obviously won't stop until I fight back. Well, guess what? You're gonna get it. Oh shit! I charged at Lisette a second time, shoving her heart against the lockers. Quick to a roundhouse kick. She let out a yelp of pain as she smacked the back of her head against the metal behind her before glaring and shoving me back. As I stumbled back, Lisette raised her hands, ready to fight.
Then come on, Anderson. Show me what you've got. I bet it's not much.
Roundhouse kick. Damn it. I let myself snarl in anger before raising my own fist. Remembering my taekwondo, I quickly snapped onto one leg and raised a leg to get a swift kick at her head, but she blocked her arm and stepped towards me to jab at me. She had training, not surprising, but I didn't care at that moment. I bent back away from the oncoming jab, re-establishing my balance as I placed both feet on the floor. Lisette threw jab upon jab at me, forcing me to block my torso and face with my arms and hands. Hit for hit, Lisette and I exchanged defended blows at each other. It was indeed more than just a cat fight. This was a vengeful duel. In my mind, all I saw was Lisette. All I wanted was to make her stop, and if that meant beating her down, then it had to be done. We eventually gained a small crowd of people, all silent but observing the fight. My anger intensified and my hits became harder with each second that passed between us. I couldn't let her win. I wouldn't let her win. None of Lisette's girls dared to step in. Yeah, little fucking bitches. Apparently, they were afraid to see after our skills in our individual fighting styles. Suzu was held back by Naomi's arm, despite both of them wanting to help me. They didn't need to wait long for it to end though. Suddenly Lisette was pulled away from me, and I was pushed against the lockers by a strong force. Lisette hit the lockers as well as the opposite end of the hallway, letting out a girly grunt of pain. Oh, who the fuck are you? Oh, I looked up to see my art teacher, Miss Gordon, and oh god, fucking Naomi and Suzu should beat their asses. It's fucking hideous teacher with the fucking giant left boob. Also, her face is even uglier. It reminds me of those drawings from WikiHow. That's what it reminds me of. Holding me against the lockers with a look of surprise and serious concern on her face. At least Miss Gordon looks okay.
Miss Anderson, what are you doing?
Fucking up a bitch. What does it look like? I looked to see Lisette being held back by Miss Phillips, starting to cry innocently. I knew what was going to come out of her mouth, so I tried to push Miss Gordon off to confront her. Miss Gordon, however, kept an armor wrapped around me, keeping me back. No, don't you dare start crying, Lisette. You started this.
Miss Anderson, get a hold of yourself!
What is wrong with you? What did I ever do to you? I couldn't stop the angry tears running down my face as I shouted across the hallway. Lisette and Miss Phillips stared in shock at my screams as Miss Gordon tightened her hold on me. I'm so sick of it! Leave me the fuck alone! Eventually I lost my energy and began the way down on Miss Gordon's arms, letting my sadness take over and quench my anger with tears and swelling pain. I could feel Miss Gordon hug me to her to keep me upright as Lisette snuffled and confided with Miss Phillips.
I didn't do anything to her! She just attacked me all of a sudden.
That's a lie, Lisette. You tripped her on purpose. You've always been a snobby prick to us.
Never! I gave my condolences about her grandfather's death! I try to keep everyone calm. Is that so wrong?
Bitch.
You didn't even sound sincere. We know you were only pretending to be nice to spite us.
Enough! Miss White, follow me to the dean's office.
You know what? If she's gonna fucking lie to our faces, we should lie and say she was talking shit about our grandfather. You know, like, haha, your grandfather's dead. Thank fucking God for that. The world's a better place. And that made us snap. She's gonna fucking lie. We're gonna fucking lie too. Lisette followed, wiping her tears in the feigned innocence she knew how to play up. I remained still in Miss Gordon's arms, unable to bring myself to fight to get at Lisette again. I had done my damage. The gaggle of Lisette wannabes would make sure I had become infamous around the school. I didn't care. I made my statement on Lisette's face and body, and I wasn't afraid to do it again. Miss Gordon, however, wasn't done with me.
Come with me, sweetie.
I nodded and followed. My friends frowned as they watched me leave, but they headed to class without me. I mean, stupid face using those crocodile tears. Okay, even if we don't lie, we can always make the excuse that, you know, our grandfather just died a couple days ago, so we're kind of in an emotional state right now. Yeah, we'll pretty much get away scot-free with like a slap on the wrist. Miss Gordon led me to an empty classroom, which she had claimed to be hers, which she claimed as hers. It looked like all the other classrooms, but art posters lined the walls. Many students loved the room, but hated one thing. The mirror at the very back of the room. Is this the portal to the demon realm? It was the one thing Miss Gordon loved to use against her students. With it, she was able to see who was using her phones and who was actually studying. Miss Gordon led me to the back of the room and sat me down in front of it.
What do you see?
I see ugly-ass art. Irony looks like there's some wonkiness, like the eye, the mouth, the face, oh god, the ear. But for the most part, it's okay. Then you see fucking Miss Gordon. How the hell does how on earth do the avatars for the boys, they get some effort put into them most of the time. And then you get these, oh god, look at that mirror. See that mirror? It's so goddamn wonky. Like, you'd think that these screenshots would have the most effort put into them. Huh?
Tell me what you see.
A bitch with her arms around me. I looked in the mirror and saw myself. My clothes were a little ruffled from the fight, but beyond that, I just saw me. Nothing about me seemed different than normal. I see myself.
Alright. What else?
A bitch. What else? I don't understand.
Do you know what I see?
A bitch.
I see a brilliant woman who has been working her butt off to try and find herself. She just has a little bit of adversity in her way.
What does this have to do with what happened with Lisette?
Listen, don't think about Lisette right now. She's just another student who doesn't know what you're going through.
No, she knows exactly what we're going through. And she's an evil bitch. Man, are there other words in the English language I know? Sorry, Chief, but that is not a good shot. I can't even use a proper circle from paint. I stared at myself in the mirror, unable to tear my eyes away. She was right, but I still lingered on what happened with Lisette. I know Miss Gordon was only trying to help, but I couldn't fight the thoughts in my head. The artist really saw the WikiHow tutorial, how to draw anime, and went for no other art tutorial. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Miss Gordon gently rubbed my shoulders, snapping me from my thoughts. I had looked up to see her smile down at me through the mirror.
You know, those were some pretty interesting moves. Taekwondo.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
You'll have to show me one day.
That's how you defuse the situation. Okay, well, she knows our grandfather died. Yeah. She knows we're having it a bit rough now. I laughed as she hugged me gently.
Look, don't let Lisette get to you, okay? You have your own battles to face, and you can face them just fine. Instead of fighting Lisette, focus on your goals.
I looked up at her and nodded slightly. It was cliche to hear, but she was telling the truth. I needed to focus on myself first. She gave me a small packet of tissues and told me that she would handle Lisette. The fear about my family learning of this had quickly appeared had vanished when she promised to keep me out of it as much as she could.
Everything will be fine now. You're a good student, so I'll let you off with a severe warning. Just don't get into any more fights, okay? Now, head to class.
Lisette was the tutorial boss, so which bitch is the next? I think it's the chick demon, and then we're gonna fight Malix one-on-one. I nodded before heading to class. Surprisingly, the rest of the school day went off without another incident. I went to my class, had lunch, and was anxious to get home. As the bell rang for the school to end, I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. Oh, is it Dad? Huh? A text from Dad? Yeah, I fucking knew it. I'm picking you up today. Make sure you're ready to go when I get there. That's kind of a surprise. Yeah, he's gonna fucking chew us out. I quickly headed back to my locker and got my things before waiting for Naomi and Suzu.
Hey, are Are you ready to go?
Yeah. Actually, my dad's picking me up.
Really? Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense.
We'll drive home together next time. Tell your dad that we've got you covered from now on.
Yeah, alright. Even while I laughed, something didn't seem right. My dad texted me to say this. Why was he gonna pick me up? Had I done something wrong? I didn't know. Yeah, absolutely. I waved goodbye to Naomi and Susie before heading off to the usual spot where my dad picks me up. I took the time to listen to my music while I waited. I need to go to another Rise of the Phoenix concert? What? Why are you thinking this now? Eventually, I had played the entire album with no one showing up. Hey, what the hey? Dad's never late. Especially not this late. Oh shit! Malix fucking got us, I guess. I quickly dialed my dad's number again, but as soon as I pressed call, it disconnected and read a signal disconnection error message. What the? No signal error? How do I not have signal? I double-checked my phone and saw all 5 bars for signal. He must be in a dead zone. Before I could finish, a group of hands grabbed my hands, feet, and covered my mouth. I screamed into the hand over my mouth, struggling to pull away from the hands grabbing my limbs. It felt disgusting and scary. Feeling their hands on me, I needed it to stop.
Hey! Don't dirty up Malix's prey.
Who the hell are you? Oh my fucking god! Out of all the art, the screenshot art we've seen so far, gotta go. That's okay, Void. This is the worst, and it's perfectly fine, Void, because I think this is a perfect time to end the stream with this beautiful art. Bye, Void. Yeah. Alright. I hope you guys had a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed this. What did we do? We had a party. We fucked up Lisette the bitch finally. Dad was being an asshole as usual. Oh yeah, and never forget, lest we forget, Malix, the fantastic villain that we're probably gonna fight at the end of the game. Yeah, what the fuck are those eyes? Bye-bye. Yeah, alright. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, bye everyone!